His Excellency Sama Shoukry, the ambassador of the Arab Republic of Egypt to the United States, joins me right now. He is in Charlotte speaking to the Middle East Council of the Carolinas and the Charlotte Jewish Federation. Do you travel across the United States to different communities on a regular basis?
We do. I try to get out of Washington as frequently as possible. I find it rejuvenating to be out visiting various areas of the United States. It's very informative to me, and we've been warmly received in most places that we've been to, and I think it gives me an opportunity to maybe explain some of Egyptian perspective over our bilateral relationship as well as our regional challenges.
What are the questions that are most often posed to you?
Primarily conditions in the Middle East, the Palestinian-Israeli peace negotiations, the situation in Iraq and Afghanistan, the challenges related to Iran.
Yeah. Speaking of the peace process, the United States was for many years considered the honest broker. Is that still the Egyptian or the Arab perspective, considering what's occurred in Iraq since 1991?
Certainly in Egypt and in the Arab world, I believe the United States is looked on as an international leader, one that has the confidence of most of the states of the region and is looked upon as a capable interlocutor, more than an honest broker, I think a promoter of the peace negotiations between the Palestinians and the Israelis, and certainly the current administration has shown a lot of resolve and dedication to and recognition of the central role of this conflict to peace and security, not only regionally but even internationally, and necessary prerequisite to address the issues of radicalization.
Regarding, you mentioned you used the word prerequisite. Is the United States, is its involvement necessary for a lasting peace between Israel and the Palestinian people?
We believe it is. The United States is trusted. It has the resources, the capabilities to provide the assurance to both peoples, assure them of their security, of the long-term perspectives for peace, and guarantee the sustainability of any agreement that is reached. So the United States' role is fundamentally an important one.
Are other, in your opinion, again, are other parties ready for peace, considering the fact that George Mitchell recently was rebuffed by Israel, Saudi Arabia, and the Palestinians? And President Obama said famously, "We overestimated our ability to persuade."
Well, certainly the conditions of the peace process currently are not very promising. Senator Mitchell is trying to resume proximity talks to lead into direct negotiations. Israeli policies have complicated his efforts quite considerably, but I think there still remains a large constituent both in Israel and in the Palestinian territories and at the Palestinian Authority who are seeking a resolution to this conflict. They believe that enough is enough and there is room for accommodation and reaching compromises.
Okay, we'll continue this conversation with His Excellency tomorrow. For now, I much appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's our in-depth conversation for today. We'll be right back.